can you hear me? Hello. Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this training.
Good morning,
so
ma'am.
good morning. So I'm just going to show my video so that we can see my face, and I'm going to introduce myself. So this morning, what we are going to do will be more of introduction. So I want to learn about your background, where you're coming from, what is inspiring you to learn product design, because I know we have 3 tracks. We have product, we have web, and we have graphic design. So for you to have left web development and you're in product design, it means something is pushing you to that direction. So I would want us to, today's class will be interactive. All other classes would also be interactive, but today will be like introduction. So if you're shy, try to shake off that, because we're all going to talk. Depending on, we are not going to take much time, so it will just be fast. Once you're called upon, and once you're on mute, you tell us your name, where you're based, what you do, and why you want to learn product design. And one last thing, your expectations. So I want to see all of that. All right, so this is me. Okay, so my name is Buma Aginobu, and I'm a product designer. So I've been doing products for a while now, and let me just start with what's pushed me to do product design. So initially, product design was not like my first choice. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to do photography, but along the line, I got to realize that I had this mantra when I was okay guys, sorry for that. So like I was saying, so I wanted to become a photographer, but one thing has always been key for me, which is to solve problems. So I wanted to study medicine, and my whole aim of studying medicine is to solve problem. But along the line, Nigeria happened, so I could not just study medicine, and I wanted to become a photographer. From a photographer, I wanted to become a videographer, and it was like I was just moving around, wanting to become the next thing that I could meet. And one day, in a boot camp like this, I was taught product design. So the first day, I was like, I was doing graphics initially, and they brought up product design. They taught us how to design things, and that's how I picked it up. And today I'm a product designer, and thank God I'm also going to impact knowledge all through the 4 weeks of this training. So that's like my little backstory. I'm based in Lagos. We are going to do it like this. The next person, so just unmute, tell us what you do, and why you want to learn product design. Take it up from there. So any person, but please let's just make it organized. So if someone is already if someone's mic is already unmuted, you don't need to unmute yours. So all right, let's start. Or should I call my first person? Okay, I would call Abiodun. I hope we don't have another Abiodun here. Okay, so I'll call Abiodun.
Okay, my name is Abiodun. I'm currently based in Lagos too. I picked product design because I felt I was into graphics design before, but I felt designing companies' applications and the necessary products requires you to be a product designer. And I try to get intuitive about what product design is about. I could see that with product design, I can be able to showcase more of what a company application is all about. And that's why I picked product design.
Oh, okay, good. So that means we've gotten ourselves a teacher that will teach us fundamentals of design, of graphic design. So we'll talk about colors, because we need all of that. So we have an assistant teacher, Abiodun. Thank you. So the next person. So I don't want to be calling names, but just unmute and yeah, thank you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Imelda. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, Melda.
Okay, so I feel like I have a very interesting background. I have a background in medicine, and I decided to do product design because I felt like, oh, I currently believe so strongly that medicine and tech should marry and stay married. And, so I just saw problems in the hospital, and I just felt like, okay, these are things that an app can solve, or why is it not an app, or why is it not a software, or something like that. So when I started looking into tech a little bit closer, one of the things, the areas that I did some courses here and there on Coursera, and then one of the parts of tech that really caught my attention was, product design, because I would really want to be able to design the product, design the app interface for the customer, because not just that, oh, I have an eye for design and colors, but then I also understand the patient's problem. So I'm able to really translate that into something that another person can now go and code. So that was my why. That is my why, sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Melda. So we have a doctor in our midst. So if you fall sick within these 4 weeks, just know that you have free medication and consultation. Am I correct? So we'll reach out to you, Melda. All right. So the next person. Please, we just need to make this process fast. If you can't unmute your mic, you can.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Koi.
My name is Damian. I'm also currently in Lagos State. So I wanted to do product designing because of the interaction I had at my office. I'm currently in data analysis. I wanted to go into tech earlier this year, and I started doing data analysis. Or in the office, when we'll be talking and everything, I'll always be complaining about, why is our app like this? Why is our app like that? Why is this not here? And why is this not there? So one of the product designing guy now told me, why don't you just go and do product design and designing, since you're already always having an issue? Why is our app like this and why is our app like that? So I just said, okay, let me just go into this and see if I can learn it and understand it.
Oh, okay. So
That's
yours was a challenge. Someone challenged you. Yeah. So
yes.
okay, nice. All right. So the next person.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Good
My
morning.
name is Esther Adiribigbe. So I'm a social media manager. So I usually use Canva for my templates. It was during the process of designing with Canva I first came across product design. Then earlier last year, I was trying to transit into tech. So I saw an opportunity for web development where I did my HTML and CSS. So when we got to Java, I started having complications. So I literally ran away from it. But since then, I've been looking for something that I won't have to code and I will still be in tech and all. So that's why I came across product design. So I went to search YouTube about it to know more. Then and I noticed that that field kind of defines me because I enjoy solving problems. I enjoy trying to, fix things and all. So I believe I really want to grow a career in product design. I'm so into it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Esther. So let's take how many persons have spoken? I think let's take like three more persons, and we'll shall be doing this. We'll ensure that we know everybody. So three more persons so that we can just kick off.
Good morning. My
Yeah,
name
good
is
morning.
so I have experience in marketing. So after that, I love marketing. I mean, in the office. So when I learned about product design, I believe that okay, this course can actually give me an edge or any opportunity and also advance my knowledge. That was the reason why I put into this course.
Okay, thank you. We have 2 more slots. Or should I be the one to pick it?
Hello,
Two
everyone.
people. Olamide Mary. Oh, okay, yeah. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This
Okay,
is
yeah, good morning.
Ofemulu Audaya. I'm currently working as a social media manager, but I studied mass communication. And earlier this year, I did graphics design. So
Okay.
I just saw my LinkedIn profile and saw graphics design and was like, oh, you have knowledge in graphics design? I said yes. And he was like, have you thought of product design? I was like, no, what is it all about? So he told me and I got interested. So he said, okay, I think there is an opportunity outside there for you to learn product design to really, since you already have this knowledge in graphics design, it's going to help you to be able to do better in product design. And here I
Okay,
am.
nice one. Mofe, let me call you Mofe. I can't pronounce the full name. Yeah. Okay, so one more person.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Oluwakemi.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Oluwakemi.
baker. Yes, I'm a baker. I reside in Lagos.
Oh, okay. So what's your motivation learning product design?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do tech. Actually, what has been on my mind was data analysis. But recently, I've been trying to do design for my job with Canva. So whenever I do such design, someone that told me that why can't I go into product design so I can do better with those my designs for my baking skills. So that's why I decided to pick product design for this section.
Oh, okay. So thank you very much. Any person want any other person? So let's just give one more slot, like any person.
Hello.
Okay.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Oluwakemi. Good morning. Okay, so Jumai, after Oluwakemi, you just speak. So I don't know if I pronounce the name rightly, but after Oluwakemi, you just speak. Thank you.
Okay, hello, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Oluwakemi, so I'm a waste manager. So I'm presently runs an NGO. So the reason for choosing product design is that I've been trying to make a prototype of something I want to use for the NGO, and I've done different prototype, and it's not coming out well. I have the idea of what I want in my brain, but it's kind of difficult for people to like bring it forth. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't take anything if you learn this thing and some of your ideas could bring it out as products, and that will save a lot of time. So I'm explaining to people to do it.
Okay, thank you, Oluwakemi. Yeah. So the last person, I called somebody to, okay. So if the person is not coming up, thank you very much, everybody that spoke. I actually got something from everything you said. The first one is most persons having passion to break into the tech world. That's why you're doing it. Secondly, some persons want to solve problems, want to solve their own problem in their own way. So instead of getting somebody, since the idea is in your head, instead of getting somebody that would do it, you just prefer to do it yourself. And they are all valid reasons to become a product designer. So I was expecting, nobody's talked about money. I was expecting somebody to talk about money. So I'm feeling like we all just want to learn product design and use it to solve different problems, removing the money parts. I'm very sure that's not the case. And I'm very sure it's not the case. We all want to make money with the skill that we learn. And if you want to make good money, yeah, product design is one field that you would make good money. But I'm not going to deceive you all. The field is saturated. We have plenty of people in the field, and for you to be able to compete in that market, you need to be extremely good. And we all know the fact that AI is coming in, different AIs, and most persons are scared that it's going to take our work. But the last person that spoke, Oluwakemi, there's something I got from her, which is she has the idea, but it's not looking well. So that's one thing. Now, if you're using AI to do all of these things, you might get something, but you might not get the real thing. Now, one thing I need to also tell you people is that product design is not as easy as we make it look. So we make it look very easy. Some people will tell you, is it not just to design mobile app? Is it not just to do this? One thing you need to note is in the development cycle, you're one person that you think about the process a lot. So when you talk about thinking, and one thing I've come to realize is thinking is like the hardest job in life. Thinking, like coming out with good thought process. Not everybody has sense. So if you're able to come up with something that is usable, something that people can appreciate, that is solving their problem, that's a whole lot of work. Now, you're not just thinking as a product designer, you're also going to now put that your thought process on a diagram, on a wireframe. You're not going to ensure that this thing you're thinking about, you're able to put it in a way where people would understand it. Because I've come to see different apps. So as I'm talking, I'll be telling us some things that we need to do as product designer. Now, you're coming into product design field. One of the things you need to do now is, when looking at any application, one thing you need to note again. So you should be intentional when you're opening any app, even if it's your bank app. You now get to analyze more. You now get to see reasons why a button that is small should not be small. So I'm going to urge you all, if you're looking at any application, if you're opening any application, any website, don't just open and do what you need to do and leave. Try to take few time to try to take your time to look at why the app is behaving like this, why the button is here, why. So one question you would always ask yourself is the why. That's why I started with the why. As a product designer, you would always get to ask yourself why. Why is there a button here? Why is this color blue? Why is this logo at the left-hand part of our screen? Why is this? Why is this? You should be able to answer this why. Sometimes you might not have the answer immediately, but you will get to now research about it. So I'm trying to summarize the whole product design field. So it's beyond the putting your paper down or opening Figma, because I'm very sure that some of us have gone online and you've searched and you've seen tools that you can use as a product designer, and then you're waiting. Some people would even get impatient. I've handled classes where people get impatient while we're talking about the UX part. Some people tell me, when are we going to design? Which is not a bad thing. Designing is not a bad thing, but then before you get to that design phase in the design thinking process, we have different stages, and you need to actually get those stages right before you can start designing. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess you've all seen my face. So if you see me on the road, you know that, yeah, this is Boma. So I'm going to now turn off my video so that I would not be looking at myself over and over again. All right, thank you. So I'm going to turn on my video and I'm going to share my screen. So we are going to actually discuss what we would be doing for the next 6 months. So today is just an introductory class. We're going to talk about what we'll be doing in the next 6 months, in the next 4 weeks, in the next 4 weeks. And I'm also going to share a link. So that's like something we'll use to document our process as we go on and on. So once you can see my screen, just let me know. That 6 months was but then if the thing is, the group will not be shut down anytime soon. We would actually get to interact more on our group, and would ensure that we try our best to, if you notice, I'm using we because it's not just going to be me. Would ensure that we try our best to carry everybody, not everybody that wants to be carried along, because we cannot carry everybody. So even after the classes, we'll just get to, even after the classes, we'll get to still be in that group. We're going to interact with ourselves, and we're going to see almost everybody's progress, the ones that want to show us. So now, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the way of a designer. Now, how is this program structured? I guess you've done your what's it called? You've done the induction and you've been told the expectations during the program. So we are going to, this is how we are going to do our own product design. We are going to have the fundamentals. We'll talk about the fundamentals. Then we'll get into UX itself. We'll talk about UX and how to do it. Then we are going to learn how to work in a team. Because one thing about being a product designer is you would always work in a team. And working in a team is one thing that is not very easy. So I've actually worked in teams. So I can tell you that it's not easy. Different people and their different character. If you don't have that, if you don't know how to comport yourself, or if you don't have that patience, you might not be able to work in a team. So we are going to talk, because even your capstone project is more of teamwork. You're going to learn how to work with different people from different fields and how not to fight during that process. So we are going to look at team design. Then our portfolio is very important. Now, how do we come up with our portfolio? It's assignments. So just know that after every class, you'd get an assignment. And yeah, I've taught different people. And one excuse I've been hearing over time is where people tell you that they don't have time. Some people would use the excuse of I did this. You would hear things like I was in class from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. After class, I went to do this. I went to do this. I did not have time to do my assignment. One thing about learning this product, one thing about learning is you have to sacrifice, even if it's 2-3 hours of your time. Because if you don't practice, you would not get this. And we are teaching us how to build a portfolio that can match in the market. A portfolio that after you're done, if you want to use it to get a job, you'll be able to use it to get a job. So you have to put in your all in all to make sure that that portfolio is, even if it's the first design might not be fine, but there's something about putting in your best in something, making extra effort, ensure that even if it's not fine, you still get to iterate. There's one thing we call iteration in product design. You still get to iterate till you get it right. Now we'll now talk about visual design. Now the visual design is where you now start using your colors, your shapes, your text, and your pictures, and all of those things to ensure that this design come out well. And then the capstone, I guess they already said it during the induction that there'll be a capstone project. Everybody is going to be in one team or the other to learn. Now, this is how we are going to be doing it. After every class, we'd have lecture, assignment, and classwork. So because of people talking about time, we'll be doing more of practicals in class. So the teaching might be like an hour or two, and then we'll now use the remaining time to ensure that we get something. So there will be class work, there will be class drills, and there will be assignment at the end of the class drills. Now, what are you going to learn in all of this? For the fundamentals, you're going to explore foundation of UX design. You're going to know what UX is. You're going to know what UI is. You're going to learn about the user experience. You're going to learn about UX laws. You're going to learn about all of these things. You're also going to learn, I've talked about it. You're going to talk about the visual, the UI part, and all of that. Now, one thing you need to also note in this particular, there's no wrong answer, there's no right answer. So if a question is asked in class, you would need to answer how you understand it. Now, one rule in class is you don't laugh anybody or you don't shade anybody. So any person that is answering any question would get to answer it as the person understands it. Now, if the person is not right, we are not saying that everybody's going to give opinions, everybody's going to give answers the way. Okay, Christina, your hand is up.
Yes, good morning. I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Please, are we going to learn about UX research, that's the research part of UX design?
Yes, that's like even the most important part of this class.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, someone was asking if I'm going to share this. No, so it's something I can't share, but I'm going to make out like notes, keep links for personal learning and all of that. Like I'm going to connect you with outside resources and all of that. Then like I said, there's no wrong answer. We are all going to analyze our answers and ensure that we understand the term. The one thing we are also going to do is I'm going to connect you with outside resources. So I'm going to look for those resources that helped me out when I was coming up as a product designer. We are going to look at all of those resources together. We are going to so now that's where we comes in, because I'm not the only one that is going to do that. Now you can be researching on your own and you'd see a result, you see something that's going to benefit all of us. There's no harm in sharing it. Yeah, you share. I don't know about the rules on the platform, but if you need to share something like that, you would get to connect with the admin. So yeah, you share it as far as it's a resources that is going to benefit all of us. Now, another thing you need to do is, in as much as I'm going to find the resources for you, you're also going to find your own resources. So one of us said something. Sorry, I'm going to get your names as we proceed, but for today, just permit me to use one of us and all of that. One of us said something that she went on YouTube to check. Yeah, that's a way of learning. You need to also go to places on your own to check out resources. You just, now the internet is you just need to type UI UX and you would see different things. You have to type product design. You see all of those things and you get meaningful resources. Now, the tool we are going to be using all through is Figma. We are going to be using Figma. In Figma, initially when I started, I had to learn another tool. So I started with XD, but Adobe XD, one thing, the Adobe XD has its own it has its cons more than its pros. So it's very easy, it's very sweet to use, but you have to have a very good laptop before you can use Adobe XD. When you talk about collaboration, you cannot easily collaborate with somebody that is not using XD, because then it was very difficult for me to share my designs because I have to save all, I have to export all and send it as images to the front end person. So that's how it was until I had to switch to Figma. But if there's something I learned in the process, it's not about the tool. When you're learning graphics, that's the first thing I will tell you. It's not about the tool, because if it's about the tool, we have different tools. How many tools are you going to learn at once? It's about knowing it. Once you get to the part of learning the tool, it's going to be very easy, because if you know what you want to design in your head, once you open Figma or Excel, you will know what to do. So even if you're in a company where their main tool is XD, you'll be able to adapt easily. So the tool we are going to be using is Figma. And for Figma, we are going to use both the FigJam version of it and the Figma. The FigJam is for more of your research and all of those things. The Figma is collaborative. All you need to do is, for you to sign up on Figma, you just need to open your browser, click on www.figma.com, and you click on sign up. So I don't know if we should just do that right now. Yeah, we are not going to design, but how many persons have Figma? Listen, just raise your hand, let me know. If you already have Figma accounts, let's know. Okay, so I can just see 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the rest of us don't have Figma 8. Okay. Yeah, nice. So for those that don't have Figma account, let's follow the steps and open a Figma account right away. So you just need to click. I have plenty Figma accounts. So if I go, I can't, but this is the website, www.figma.com. That's the website. And once you open it, so the reason why mine is like this is because I already have a Figma account. So if you don't have a Figma account, you're going to see sign up somewhere and you're going to see login. So quickly, let's just sign up on Figma. So I'm going to give 3 minutes to do that. Hope we are all joining with our laptop, because the class, like I said, is going to be teaching, classwork, and so you need to always be with your system. If your system is not on, you just need to pay attention so that you would replicate what we are doing. So how many persons are opening Figma right now? Please unmute and say something. I'm not the only one in this class. It's a team. Remember that we are a team, so you need to
I'm doing that
affirm
now.
to what I'm
I'm
saying.
doing that
Oh,
now.
I'm doing that.
I'm on it.
okay,
I'm
all
doing
right. So,
I'm
all
trying
right,
to sign on.
all right. Thank you. So once you're done, just type done on the chat so that we can move on from this step. So you have two ways of doing it. It's either you sign up on Figma on the platform, or you download the app. You can also download the Figma app with the same. You just need to download and all of that. So once I get a good number of done, we'll continue. All right, thank you. We are all full in. Okoye, thank you. Adura Agbemi, thank you. Sorry if I spoil your name. I'm not from this side of the country. Okay, so let's assume that a good number of us have opened Figma. If you're having issues, you can unmute and let us know. If you're having issues signing up on Figma. Okay, so let me assume that everybody is fine. No one is having issues. So let's continue. So I can see a question on the chat if you have to download or you sign up on the website. So you can either download the app. That's if you like the app. For me, I don't like using the app because it's not like I don't like it. Just imagine opening mobile app and the space it will collect. So I just prefer to use the one online because anywhere you are, you can just quickly type it and all of that. Now, one thing you also need to know is, let me just share this link. Okay, I'll just open the link, and at the end of the class, I'm going to share all the other links. Now, one thing you need to note is Figma has a YouTube channel where they give us, like you would see different videos, like different videos. Now they have this, they have a program that they do every year. You see different videos on how to design something. So if there's anything I teach in class and you don't understand, you can go on Figma YouTube channel. So you just need to search for Figma videos. So I'm going to create all of this because the WhatsApp is not opened here, but I'm going to create it and send the link so that You can also, this is like a resource center where you can come to check anything you want to check on Figma. They've actually done well for us by giving us a YouTube channel where we can learn anything we want to learn. Now, another thing I'm going to share is I'm going to share a material. So this is how it. So this is what it looks like, where you can just, this is mine. So the whole essence of this is for us to be able to get our notes intact. So after every class, you can just see the different subtitles and you just put anything you learn. In research methods, you can just come to research methods and then you enter your content here. Anything you want to type here, you just type it from what you get in the class. You can say research is this, blah, 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 blah. So you just put it here. So this is a way of documenting. Now, you know, one important thing or one good thing about documenting is that if you document your process, if you document your working process, it's going to help you. If you forget something on the way, you can just come to this and say, okay, let me go and check what I learned in class previously and all of that. So I'm going to also share that link. So remind me, 2 links that I need to share after class today. The first one is the YouTube link for Figma, and the second one is the link for this Notion. So for those of you that don't have Notion, all you need to do is to sign up on Notion and you would get what you can start using that link. So you just need to, like I said, you just need to open it and you see the different parts. You see resources also. So you can go to resources, tutorial links, and all of that. So that's it for that. So sometimes your assignments, you also get to share. So those assignments that I'm going to give that are not design based, that are this, so you use Notion also to document your process and submit. So it will be easier for me to just open your link and see what you're doing for your assignment. So if how many persons are not familiar using Notion here before we continue? Okay, so you're not familiar using, okay, so we have plenty of people. So let's go back to, let me just do like something on Notion. So it's notion.so. Notion.so. So just like how you signed up on Figma, that's the same thing you're going to do. So I'm just going to give a brief, how will I put it, just, yeah, on how to use Notion. Now, this is Notion. You've opened Notion. If I share this document with you, once I share the document with you, you just need to duplicate it and you'd see it here. But let me use a new template. Let me add a new page. Okay. So let's see. So these are this thing I did on Notion. So let me just use this new page. So if you want to add a new page on Notion, all you need to do is to click. Can you see this button that says add a page? So you just need to click on add a page. Once you add a page, then you can now add your title to anything you want to add. Let's say this is a product design class 1. So I'll just need to type it, or assignment number 1, anything you want to call it. 1. So this is my title. Now for my title, I can add a cover. One thing about Notion is you can add a cover. So I can add a cover here, choose any cover that I want to use. I can decide to use this. Some of you have logo that you want to use. You can decide to use your logo. You can decide to use colors, anything you want to use. You can just, or you upload here, or you look for what you want to use through a link, or you go to Unsplash. Anywhere you want to add your image from, you can just add your image. So let's say I think I like this. No music, no live. So let me just choose this and add it as my cover. Yeah, so this is how to add your cover, add your logo, add anything you want to add. It can be a customized. For those of you that can use Canva, you can decide to customize it. So I don't really know the size, but I think one thing I do to know sizes of this, I can just come to Google and say what is the size of Notion cover page, and it will tell you the size, so you can design it if you want to design. Now, one good thing about it is you can make it fun. You can add emojis to it. You can add emojis to this part of your screen. You can add anything depending on the kind of person you are. So we are done with our title. So you can now start typing anything you want to type. You can see, you can type what you want to type. If it's what is, let's say the subheading is what is UI UX, UI/UX. And I'll come below here and I would write what UI UX
Hello?
is. Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Before you proceed, the heading, I did not get the way you design this.
You did know what?
The heading.
The audio.
The heading.
Oh, sorry, I can barely hear you.
I said the heading. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
The heading, I did not get how you mean.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can someone just tell me what he's saying? Because I can't really know. Or you
The
just
heading.
okay, the
The
heading.
heading.
Oh, okay. So the heading, it's like I said, you have to put anything you want to put. So what's the question about? You have to put anything you want to, any title you want to put here. So automatically, once you come on Notion, it will give you the heading. Like it will give you a space to put in your heading. So you can edit this. If you decide to edit it.
That's what I'm talking
If
about.
it's about the picture, like I said, this is how to change, how to add cover. You just need to click on add. Hello. Okay, yeah, I can see question from Eberich. Can everything I document on Notion serve as my portfolio too? Yes, it can. So most persons prefer to even use Notion as their portfolio because you just need to share the link. So it's just like sending your website to it. So by the time I run through how to add all of those